Welcome to the Monday after. It's been a little minute. Of course, we had Monday night football, then we had Sunday night football in Vegas, and between my voice and my schedule, I wasn't able to do the Monday after, but I'm back. We just lost in Houston, significant loss, and we have to talk about it. And you may not like what I got to say, so let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. Let's just do it. First things first, let's just talk about the good that I saw from this team on Sunday. One of the good things, one of the predictions I had was that we were going to see the run game kind of take off. And it didn't happen until the second half of the game where we decided to run the ball and we were really good at it. Shout out to Najee Harris. He had some really good runs. We stuck with it. We were consistent with it. It was awesome. And Jalen came in when he needed to come in. And even in that moment, I feel for Najee. We were right there. I think this was the third down play where we didn't convert. And he was livid when Jalen came in. It's not Jalen's fault, by the way, because I know how y'all like to do that. But when I saw Jalen going out there and now he's in the huddle, like trying to get ready for the next play, and Jalen comes and he like what's going on? I just felt that in my stomach and my heart. And I was just like, no. I was like, this, whatever this play is, and because they bring Jalen in, you automatically thinking it's gonna be a pass, and we did not convert. Mm. It hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. It hurt my soul. And that was the moment that, if you saw the video online, Cam is over there talking to him. But, that hurt my heart. And then, of course, 4th and 1, where we don't run the ball on 4th and 1. I don't know why. That might have all been the same one. It feels like two separate incidents, excuse me. But it might have been the same situation. But 4th and 1 we lost it. After that 4th and 1, we couldn't convert on 4th and 1. We lost all momentum. The defense was already struggling, but they were helping us stay in the game, right? Getting 3-and-outs, getting the Texans off the field. But once that 4th and 1 happened, I felt we lost everybody. We lost everybody after not being to be able to convert after that 4th and 1. The life got sucked out of that team. The life got sucked out of that stadium. It was a wrap at that point. The defense is like, we're finally starting to click here. And the offense just kind of deflated it all. That one 4th and 1 play. Child, hold on, give me a second. Okay, so 4th and 1, everything just goes disarray, right? Kenny goes to the tent, and this is what I noticed. And y'all, look, I'm telling you what I saw. You can make assumptions. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm telling you what I saw. I watched Kenny Pickett pretty much all game when he would come to the sidelines after things weren't working out on offense. They weren't converting X, Y, and Z, right? I watched him take his helmet off, put his hat on, sit on the bench. I watch him, okay? He sits on the bench, same bench he always sits on. They bring the tablet over. Usually Mason's there. Mitch is, kind of sitting in front of him. They kind of huddled up amongst each other. I was thinking at some point, these are my personal thoughts, right? I was like, man, they need to kind of like get together and like as a group and collectively talk. Like I know that they're looking at film and, trying to come up with something or break things down or so he can see what the defenses are doing. Whatever they're doing with that tablet amongst the quarterbacks, I still felt like the rest of the team needed to be communicating. So, I've seen Najee go over and talk to the offensive line. I've seen, people talking to each other. Well, the wide receiver. Like, I see people collectively talking throughout the game, but never like the quarterbacks. So fast forward to Kenny Pickett's injury. Kenny Pickett goes into the blue tent. I was like, okay, all right, okay, he's going in the blue tent. So, Mitch has got to be warming up on the sideline. So I'm looking on the sideline. I'm scanning. I'm like, dang, I don't see him throwing the football nowhere. Like, where he at? He should be warming up. Like, he should have a helmet. Like, he should be ready to go. And I cannot find him. And I see Kenny come out the tent and start walking to the locker room. And then I look again, and it's Mitchell Trubisky sitting in front of the offensive line, having a conversation with him. He's bent down. Therefore, I couldn't see him all the way. Having a conversation with him. I said, wait a minute. All game, ain't nobody from none of them QBs went over there and was talking to the offensive line. Like, why? I just thought it was interesting that your quarterback, or the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, hadn't kind of had that camaraderie on the offensive line, with the offensive line all game. And then you got us change at QB, and then we're communicating. I think communication is critical, whether you're winning, you're losing, you're healthy, you're hurt. I just think communication as a unit is so critical. And I think we need to see more of that. There needs to be more communication on that sideline. And that is my opinion. I think there needs to be more communication. But I'm telling you what I saw, because I don't think that gets showed at home. And I was happy to see Mitch talk to him. I was like, okay, Mitch, go over there and talk to them. Try to do something. I know people are probably upset. They're probably frustrated. They're like, we're losing one. We might have lost our quarterback too. And communication is critical right now. And, unfortunately things worked out how they worked out. But I was just happy to see communication. And I wish I saw that from Kenny. Maybe we will in the future. But I didn't see it that game. I don't recall seeing it prior. I could have missed it. But most of the time I see Kenny get on off the field and sit on that bench. Which is fine. But because I know he's not just sitting there twiddling his thumbs. But I would love to see some more communication amongst that offense when they're not on the field. That's just me, y'all. Now, we talk injuries. And look, I know we got some, you got Dan Moore, you got James Daniels, you got Pat Freiermuth now, and Kenny Pickett. Honestly, I'm not too concerned with Kenny Pickett. I don't know why. I feel like this offense is so bad in a sense. Or maybe bad's not the word. They're just so limited. They're just so limited in what they can properly execute. They're so limited in what they can properly execute, effectively execute, that it has stifled their success. And it sucks. So I'm really not worried. We need more creative plays. When I said this and I got what I asked for, I was like, okay, we need a deep ball here, Kenny. Kenny throws a deep ball. And as soon as I see it, I said, not the same deep ball from last week. And it's an interception. So that was frustrating to me because I'm like, you can't do what you did, the exact same play from last week on a D'Amico Ryans defense. That probably ain't gonna work. There are teams. We're not that team. We're not that team. We don't have this complexity of plays where you can run something from last week and they ain't gonna be on it. I'm trying to tell you, because a lot of everything we doing ain't working. So the 5 things that's working, they already know. They ready for it. So Yeah, so when I saw that happen, I was just like, no, not that same deep ball. Like a deep ball, but not another one, another kind, another route, another player, somebody, that same thing. But anyway, y'all, what else I got for you? I'm not concerned about Kenny Pickett's injury. I'm hearing it's not crazy significant, and quite frankly, this team needs so much help, so much help. I almost feel like I ain't gonna say it. Just take your time, get it together. This offense needs to develop some better plays. They need to come together and figure out what they can do well, what works for them, what they're comfortable with. And Matt Canada, you need to work with this team to get things running right and well. The run game was running, it was effective. Figure out a way to keep that going. Again, Pat Freiermuth, significant loss. Although his blocking hasn't been the best, I'm excited. We got Darnell Washington to pass, so let's see what we could do with that, and maybe bring Bronny up and see if he can do better on the blocking side, because we're struggling there. Kenny has to do better. Whoever's sitting in that quarterback position next week, I already had us losing to Baltimore, so I'm not really worried about winning or losing this game, because I got them winning here and us beating them at the end of the season. But so I'm not worried about the 2-3 we may fall into 2-3 before our bye. I'm not too concerned. But there's so much work that has to get done before we head to LA, and that's not going to be an easy task. And our defense, I haven't even talked about the defense yet. Lord have mercy. Give me another moment. Defense. Yeah. Micah Fitzpatrick should not be the best tackler on our team. He should have the most tackles on our team. I get it. He's a safety net. He's the last line of defense, and he is really, really good at it. But that was disgusting. I don't know why we weren't good at tackling on Sunday, but it needs to improve. That was embarrassing. Getting ran all over. Just not being able to wrap guys up. Not being able to get guys down. It was embarrassing. The secondary, y'all know. I don't gotta say too much. It needs to be better. It needs to be better. Shout out to Alex Highsmith. He was probably got the best pressure all game on CJ Stroud. Of course, they do whatever they can to eliminate TJ, but Alex definitely was doing his best to set that edge. And man, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We definitely got to fix the trenches, and teams are gonna you're gonna face the Baltimore Ravens, and they're gonna either run over you with their running backs or run over you with their quarterback. So be prepared for that, because that's definitely what's up on the agenda next week. And attack your secondary, because your secondary is just it's suffering right now. So they need to do better. You cannot have people scoring 30 plus points on you. Sorry. I'll just leave it there. So much to work on. You really just need to redo the playbook. You really need to have a come to Jesus moment and say, okay, guys, we really have to find an identity in the run game, and we need to come up with some more plays that work for us. And I'm laughing because as much as you guys want to say fire Matt Canada, your problem doesn't just magically disappear with Matt Canada. It don't work like that. You need to come up with ways and plays to push that ball, not just down the field, get it in the end zone. Okay? So you have to find plays that makes your quarterback's comfortable with, your running back's comfortable with, that's not telling every freaking detail of what's about to happen before we snap the ball to the opposing defense. Because, Jalen's coming out here, they about to pass. Oh, it's third down and Najee comes out the game, they passing. Stop looking so predictable. We gotta figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right there, and we'll regroup. We'll regroup. We'll come up with another episode of the Steelers Chat, and see you at AccuSure. See you in Pittsburgh. All right. Bye.